go to hospital until you're in absolute agony, are you? You've got to sort of stay at home and have the first few hours. And I was at home sort of leaning on the kitchen counter going, oh, got another one coming, another one's coming. Doing that, and my mum's rubbing my back and mopping my brow. And my husband, we were just about to go to hospital, thought, oh, I better eat something. And he was just sort of leaning against the cabinet eating some cornflakes or something. Really noisily. And I was going, will you stop making that noise? And he just went...
Poor David.
So it's bad.
See, but maybe you were just overacting.
I was just being a drama queen.
Maybe you were.
Well, put it this way, if men had to have babies, there'd be a lot of one parent, you know, one child families. They wouldn't have more than one, would they?
No.
I don't believe that. Right, now, I know it's still... I'm with her. Oh. It's still officially summer, but did you know there are only 113 days left until Christmas?
Oh. Shut up!
Yes, but if you fancy getting a head start with your Christmas shopping, watch on Friday for your chance to win a whopping £15,000. That's right. But you have to be in it to win it, as our next guest might say. So make sure you're watching on Friday to find out more. Well, apparently Amy Winehouse has found comfort in the joy of Buddhist chanting. Yes, after being introduced to the practice by one of her musicians, she is rumoured to have taken to chanting for 10 minutes in the morning and also before she goes to sleep. But is it important to be in touch with your spiritual side? Carol?
Well, I don't know. I don't think... Not for me. Not for me. You know, I understand why people who become dependent on certain things and they have to get away from them, they have to go and look elsewhere for something else to be dependent on. You know, whether it be religion or spirituality or anything, you know, who knows? I mean, I don't actually feel that. And I don't understand why, at the moment, maybe I will do one day, but I don't understand how... what the difference is between just thinking. I think a hell of a lot. I think things through and I think about what things mean and why and how and everything else. I just think. I don't see how, if I sit with my legs crossed, with my hands there going... I don't see how that is going to make it any easier or any better.
But I think that's just really... a method of spirituality. Well... You sitting there thinking about your stuff with your hard drive all overloaded.
I am.
Perhaps that's your spirituality.
I'm cleaning up the desktop. Well, that's not spiritual, though, is it? I mean, I don't think I'm particularly spiritual. You know, I just think I'm a human being. I've been put on this earth and asked to be here, and I'm very grateful that I'm here. I have a great time. My life is fantastic and brilliant. I just don't see what else can I get from it? You know, I realise that I've got a lot, and I'm very happy about that. But
don't you think that you should be... You just said you're grateful there.
I am.
But you should be grateful to something. Because
What?
if you think you're bigger than everything else that's around us...
No, not
do
at
you
all.
not, I mean, do you not sometimes watch a sunset and think, oh, my God, how beautiful is that?
Of
do you not
course.
listen to a piece of music sometimes and think...
Yes.
Oh, my God.
What is this, a quiz?
Yeah, but there is a bigger picture, isn't there? I must admit...
Of course there is, but how do you know what it is? You just make up in your mind what it is and you decide what it is.
Different for every person, as Jane says. It might be that.
Different. I mean, I'm not here to preach to anybody else, but every single night I go through a checklist and say thank you to whatever's out there for my wonderful mother, the life I've got, my health, everything that's around me, the lovely sunset I've just shared with my boyfriend last week.
You say that every night?
Yes, I do.
Do you kneel by your bed and go like that?
No, because I'm not 6. But in my head, I thank whatever it is out there for my life.
Why do you have to do that? I mean, why can't you just, you know, be happy about it, be grateful about it? You know, when I look at a sunset, you're right, I do look at it and I think, blimey, that's brilliant, it's amazing. Mother Nature's fantastic. But I don't sit there and think, oh, I must say to somebody who I don't know or whatever it is, who doesn't even exist probably, oh, thanks so much, I'm really... You know, because I already am. I just don't understand. You haven't really explained it very well, Jane.
It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain.
Do you not have a sort of a...
No, I mean,
the
last spiritual moment I had was probably when I gave birth, and I said, thank God that's out. But, I mean...
Well, exactly.
But other than that, no, I'm a bit... Yeah. I didn't know it was in, let alone... Anyway, but the thing is, I'm a bit like Carol in this, you know. And I do find, and I think each to his own. Whatever you want to believe in, whatever gives you peace, you know, in your life. And if you need it, then that's absolutely fine. What I don't like is when people try and force it onto me, you know, if something happens, well, you know, if you went to church more and all of that. No,
there's a difference between spirituality and religion, isn't there? I mean, I'm not a great one for organised religion, but I think there is, I like to think that, I do think there are universal laws in effect. I think there is cause and effect. I do believe in karma, it goes around, comes around. I believe, well, that's very spiritual sort of
I believe in
approach.
fate, and I think life is what you make it. You can either sit there and go, oh, woe is me, this has happened, I'm just going to shrivel up, or I'm going to change my life and get out and do something about it. And I think that's you know,
life, because you have control.
Life, and
you
you're
can
in
control it.
And you can kind of master your own destiny, really.
Yes, and if you want to
it's
believe...
not a higher being for me that does that, it's me.
Nor do I. If you want to believe that if the butterfly comes into the room, everything's going to cause chaos, because that's basically, isn't it? It's the butterfly effect. Something can just cause... If you believe that's going to happen and you think it can, then it probably will. You know, if you just go through your life exactly as you say, you do have total control over your life. Some people get out of control, but... ultimately, you have the power. Everyone has the power within them. It's whether or not you can harness that power and deal with it in the way that other people can.
But I think people like the Amy Winehouses, or I met lots and lots of very, very rich, very, very famous people in Hollywood who found that they'd achieved everything they could possibly achieve.
And it wasn't enough.
So they're looking
and
for
they weren't
something
happy,
else.
so they're sort of looking for, well, what really
don't
is the meaning? If it's not about all the money in the world, if it's not about all the fame in the world, what am I looking for? And I think that's when they sort of look to another level.
No, you're looking for a good slap to stop being so spoiled. Appreciate what you've got and get on with it.
I bow to the guru.
Thank you.
Time for one final break. When we get back, there will be sunshine on this rainy day as Dale Winton drops in. But first, take a peek at who's on tomorrow. Welcome back to the last little bit of banter on today's Loose Women. Before we chat to Dale, we've just got time for one of your emails. Jane's got it.
Oh, yes, I'm so excited about this one. It's about living to 100. Hello, girls. I'm at the grand old age of 103. And I love life and still use it to the full. My family is still here for me, and every day I am so thankful to be here. Have a nice day. And that's Love, Edith. Hello, Edith.
Hi, Edith.
Hi, Edith.
Hello, Edith.
With Edith.
Yeah, 103.
See? She's still fresh and fruity in her bowls.
Yes.
Today's final guest is no stranger to fast-paced, fun and furious TV game shows, having hosted the likes of the classic Supermarket Sweep and more recently the National Lottery's In It to Win It. And get set for more, because you'll soon be able to see him fronting the UK version of the latest game show format to take the world by storm. You've never seen anything like this. This is Hole in the Wall.
I've always liked loose women.
Oh, no!
In tight lycra. So I think I'm going to go with Sherry first.
Come on, Sherry.
Sorry, Darren.
Come here, darling. Oh, don't miss the way.
All right.
It's only water.
It's only water.
10 points on offer. Make the shape and make your way to the play
God,
area.